Hey there, I'm Jennifer,
And I'm Jackie.
and welcome to Slightly Unsupervised. We're best friends, business partners, and the chaos behind Bestimony, a ceremony we created to celebrate the kind of soulmates who don't come with a marriage license.
This podcast is all about that friendship energy, the deep stuff, the messy stuff, and the laugh till you snort stuff.
So whether you're driving, folding laundry, or hiding in your car for some peace and quiet,
You're in good company. Let's get slightly unsupervised. All right, today's episode. You get the invite, but it's not to attend, it's to contribute again. In this episode of Slightly Unsupervised, Jennifer and me are going to unpack what it feels like to be used for your talent instead of included for your presence. Whether you're the photographer, the baker, the planner, the organizer, or just the one who always holds everyone else together, you've probably been there. Because there's a difference between giving freely and being expected to give. And it hits different when you realize you were never actually invited to relax and enjoy the event, but to help.
but to help. So this is another one. We got somebody to write in that talks about how they have been invited to attend their best friend's wedding. And of course, this person's a photographer. And her best friend says, and we'd love for you to bring your camera. And so thinking maybe it was just for maybe taking photos occasionally. They would have their camera maybe like in the bridal suite or something, and then realize that basically what she was expected to do was be the photographer, and that it wasn't being a guest anymore. She was basically on staff. So she didn't get to drink. She didn't get to run around and do the things she wanted to do or dance or whatever. She was working and, there to serve. And it's great to be talented. And I see this a lot at my chapel. A lot of people do this, like, hey, can you bring your camera? And then pretty soon it feels like what you're really doing is just taking photos and you're becoming the photographer. I mean, they invite you to eat with them or to hang out with them or whatever, but it's kind of secondary. Your main job is to be the photographer. And I see a lot of people that come with their front cameras and they're little, I don't know if they're perturbed, but you definitely get the feeling after a while that they just feel like they got used to come with their cameras and that they really weren't there to enjoy the experience. And I know that especially if you have a talented friend that does this thing that's so well and does it so good that you could really see how people take that for granted. I know, Jackie, you're a photographer.
Yep,
You have been-
photographer. Yep. That's happened to me quite a few times, especially with family, especially family and friends,
It's a
of
little
course.
tough to
But
be.
families more.
Yeah,
They just automatically expect it. You have your
right,
camera, right?
right.
So I've
And then
actually backed off of that, as you've noticed in a lot of years. So I don't take my camera everywhere anymore.
I can get that because it happens a lot at my chapel. The people that are like, "Oh, you have a camera? Can you come and just take the pictures?" And let me just be this real honest about this, and you know this about photography too, especially like wedding photography, is that you're not just like taking some pictures. You are taking some like experiences of a day that these people want to remember in a certain way. And photography and weddings is a lot different than just shooting a couple shots at your birthday party that you're just like, it's stressful. It's stressful for photographers. It's stressful for anybody even taking the photos to get that day right and to get those pictures right. If you're not a lot of photographers that come at my place aren't even wedding photographers. So they're not set up to do weddings. They know how to do like family photos or they know how to do group shots, like they're family photographers. So they just take pictures of groups of families and stuff. It's different. Wedding photography is different than that. So I know that not only are you asking somebody to do something that they know how to do, they have the equipment to do, but they don't really know how to do wedding photography. Wedding photography is different. Don't you agree?
Right. I agree. I also can understand like people that bake that get
Yep.
used and abused that way too. Because
Yep.
we have a neighbor that I feel like everybody wants her because she does things you wouldn't even believe, cakes or cupcakes or cookies. But I think that a lot of the time she gets invited that they're hoping that that's what she's going to do. Like, oh, your
Right.
dessert
Right.
automatically.
Right. That
And she
they're
even
like,
says sometimes because I made banana bread for everybody one time, and I said, "Oh, I didn't make you one because you're always doing that stuff, so I didn't think you'd want." And she's like, "No, I like people to bake for me because
right.
she's
You
always the
wouldn't think
baker."
that.
Mhm.
Yeah. You'd be like, "Oh, I'm not gonna bother you with my baking this time because you probably get sick of eating that stuff." They're like, "No, let me have something that somebody else made for once in a while and enjoy that part of it."
Mhm.
Yeah. I see that
Yep.
too with,
Exactly.
actually in the wedding world, I see that a lot too with, planners, people that maybe have some experience in weddings, and pretty soon they're made in charge, and I think they like it. I think people like to feel like they have power over the situation, so they run with it, but then they're not really enjoying it. I'm having a lot of conversations about with them about, "Well, what about this? Well, what about that?" Because all these issues come up on weddings as well, and it's like, now they're not actually helping the bride get dressed. They're in the mix of like, "Well, what do you wanna do with this, and what do you wanna do with that?" Because now you become the planner and you wanna take over, which is
Mhm.
fine. I don't really care, but you have to now fix all these problems. All these things that come up are now your responsibility. So you can see how that could be a problem too. You're no longer enjoying the ceremony. You're now the
Right.
planner and you have to solve all the problems. Like,
Yeah.
that's
I've
your
been there.
job. Have you?
It's like, I just wanted to come and enjoy myself and have a glass of champagne and
I know.
enjoy.
You could see how this could be a real strain on a friendship that, this would be something
And
that
sometimes, like, I've organized because, I'm always the organized one, so I organized a weekend with a bunch of friends one time, and it was supposed to be other people helping, and it ended up being just me, and then
mm,
then they start putting their input in, and it's like, "Wow, you know what? This is wrong." Like, "Okay, you wouldn't give an input this whole time, you made me do everything,
right,
and it was supposed to be a joint effort, and yeah, I'm doing it, but then you're adding more to it and doing this at the day of,"
right.
and, that's not right either.
That's true. If somebody puts you in
You're
charge of
trying
something
to
and you're in charge of it, and then you make all the plans, and then all of a sudden somebody who was supposed to be a co-planner with you decides to only get involved the day of and try to change all the plans, that's kind of a
and they're having fun and being able to get drunk, but I couldn't because I had to make sure even their plans that they put in there was taken care of. So, yeah,
I
it's
think
all
that's
kinds of
true.
yeah,
That you should definitely when you're thinking about that, girls, when you're having stuff going on in your world, asking these people to do it, they probably will do it because nobody likes to make anybody feel bad, but there's probably gonna be a hint of sort of discord in them because they are having to work instead of enjoying it. And also, it takes away from them enjoying the time with you. When you're on staff, there's a difference between the way you interact with people than when you're just with friends with somebody. So be like, "No, get this angle,
exactly,
get them." There's a lot of girls that want a certain angle and you can't get it on a camera. They'll be upset about it. And it's like, I'm not really your photographer. You would have to hire that out. So I'll do my best, right? But, it's
exactly.
not something that you can do it. So I do get this I get this person's frustration because I do see this a lot. And um, I
Mhm.
think this happens a lot to hairdressers too and makeup artists. Like, I think you could get stuck in this like world of having to be their personal hairdresser
To do
and makeup
everybody's
artist.
hair and everybody's makeup. Mm,
Yeah. And if
that's
you're
true.
not being paid for it
That's
and
too
you're
bad.
part of the staff, that's kind of a crappy place to be too, right? I'd be pretty pissed off if I
Yeah.
was a
Well,
hairdresser
I'm
and
part of
getting
see, I'm the wrong person to ask on this, or this would be more towards you because you know me, I just give in and do it. I
I
just do it
know.
all.
I know.
If I'm asked. So, yes, I'll end up bringing the camera, I'll end up doing, helping set up, I'll help with everything else because I have a problem with saying no, which I'm trying to learn not to.
But let me ask you this,
But
when you
it's,
don't say
baby steps, baby steps.
I would say when you don't say no, let's just say you do it. Is there ever in
Mhm.
your mind thinking as you're doing it, this like frustration in your mind, like, I'm not enjoying any of this because now I am just part of the help. Like, do you feel that way?
Oh, definitely,
You do.
definitely.
But are you,
Yeah, I
what is
feel
your,
used and abused.
you do.
Not
Yeah,
stress, I just get, like, the anxiety, but the people closer to me could notice, but others don't. I'm good at hiding it till I go
right.
home and explode.
That's what
Then
I
my
said.
husband gets the explosion.
I know. I'm like,
Or
she'll,
you girlfriends, me calling you guys.
I
"I need to
agree.
talk to somebody."
I know, but I agree. Like, your talent is your talent. You can't just be, let's just say, I used to do accounting and I was very, good at doing business for people and tearing apart financials and making sure business would run well and blah, blah, blah. And if I had a friend that had a business and that's all I was doing there all the time, I could see how that would be, I'm a talent. My talent is my talent. I'm like sharing my opinions about things, but you have to really hire people to do the job. Like, it's a overreach to ask your friend to be your accountant on a free basis or
Mhm.
be anything on a free basis. Like, do you think that people
And I
should
think
get
I've
paid?
gotten better in this way because I know I'll be used to for certain things, so I just automatically, like, "Let's hire someone for this. Let's hire someone to do the food. Let's hire someone so that I'm not stuck doing it all." I've
Right.
gotten good with delegating, but getting having to pay for somebody for somebody else,
Right.
but it makes it so I can relax, you know?
Yeah, that's true. I would use you for your cooking skills. I'd be like, "Jack, we're having a party. Can you make all the food?" I wouldn't. I'd probably go like, "Let's just go out to eat." Everybody's like, "Why are we always going out
Yeah.
to eat with you?" I'm like, "'Cause that's how I cook,
Mhm.
by the way." So everybody would be like, "No, let's just make something." I'm like, "That's a choice." But if I did that, let's say that happened, because that's something I would do, because I don't cook. So this is not something I would do. But let's say I was having a party and I was like,
Mhm.
"Okay, why don't you guys come over and we'll go out to eat afterwards?" Like, I'll just make reservations. That's what I do. I make reservations and we'll go eat. And then you guys are like, no, that's too much money or that's too much. I don't want to go or whatever. And you decide to cook or you go, let's just make something. And I'm like, I'm out, guys. I don't cook. Like, it's not, I don't mind helping, but you don't want my food. You don't want to eat what I make. So you decide that you guys are going to take that on. That's different, right? That's something that you decide that
Totally
you,
different.
yeah, like I'll do it. So
Mhm.
if you're asked or if somebody has a photographer and you're like, you know what, let me do your photos. I can do them better and you're volunteering that service, then I feel like that's an absolute that's on whoever volunteers that service. Your friend takes you up on that and you do it, and then you feel this way because you took on more than you could handle. You can't I don't think you can
That's
blame
your
the
own fault.
yeah, you can't be
Yeah.
going back to your friend and being like, "I felt like I didn't get to enjoy it and stuff." So offering up your services on something can also backfire you as well because you end up with a task that you don't wanna have or but I think that falls back on the person that offered it, right? If someone takes you up on it, like,
Mhm.
"You wanna cook? Oh, are you
Right.
sure?" I mean, I'd certainly try to talk you out of it as far as I'm concerned. It's easier to just go eat somewhere and have somebody do the job.
'Cause you're like, "I don't wanna do cleanup either."
No, cleanup is my thing. Like, I'm already good at cleanup. Like, that's my thing. It's the
Oh, there you
cooking part
go.
of it. Yeah, I don't really mind cleanup. I don't like cooking. I just can't cook. So what is the point? I don't enjoy it. But yeah, if you offer up your services, somebody takes you up on those, then that's a whole nother ball. That's you. That's on you because you just now offered up services that somebody took on your somebody you offered, somebody took you up on it, that's on you. So, but be mindful when you're asking your friends what to do and how to do things for you because you can create some animosity there between the two of you for always expecting that they just do it, that they should be more than willing to do something for you, unless you did something for
Mhm.
them. What if you're a photographer and you were in her wedding and she asked you to be and you're a hairdresser. Let's say you have a hairdresser and a photographer, and when you're in her wedding and she
Mhm.
asked you to do your hair, and this time she's like, "Okay, well, I did your hair, so you'll do the photography." Like, I could see how that
That's
could
a fair trade.
that's a
Yeah. That's a fair question to ask your friend, definitely.
yeah, if you've done something for them and their wedding and you that being asked to it, I think that's, so I think I would look at all the sides of that before I'd make a call on it, but if you're just the one-sided friend. I know this I talked to somebody not too long ago, and she was feeling used about being in a wedding because she was a hairdresser, and, she just doesn't even wanna go to the wedding because she feels like she only got invited to be in this wedding because she's a hairdresser.
Oh, that's so sad.
Yeah.
She's not is she close to this person or
I think she thought she was really close, that she was, like, in her bridal squad, and they were gonna do all this stuff, and I think she went to the bachelorette party and realized that she was odd man out and never really felt like they looked at like, they were 2 groups of friends that were in this bridal bachelorette party or whatever, and she was, like, odd man out, so she felt like and she wasn't originally the hairdresser. Originally, there was gonna be another hairdresser, and then all of a sudden, the bride's like, "I had my hair done, it looks horrible. I want you to do my hair because you know how my hair" and she's like,
Mhm.
"Okay." And so she's like, "Well, how am I gonna get my" like, she was expecting to get her hair and makeup done like all the other girls were gonna do it, and she kinda felt like this was gonna be a burden on
Well, that's sad. Yeah. Then
yeah, no
she's
longer
gonna
is
have to
she
do
gonna
her own. No one's gonna do hers. Yeah, she doesn't gonna be part of the group.
yeah, it's like
That's kinda crappy.
I
I
think
would
so
say that's a
too.
crappy situation
And then on top of
because
that, she's got
that is a go
go ahead.
ahead. That is a special thing, though, when you think about it, because it's like you're all bonding. I mean, I've watched the girl I mean, I wasn't in any weddings where we did that, but, like, my daughter, what has been and stuff, and that's like a little bonding time for all of them. Like, we brought them in snacks while they had the people doing their hair and their makeup, and you know what I mean? And to be the
Yeah,
one that's doing all the work and no one's doing it for you,
right.
that's kinda sad
Well,
to
I
me.
remember when I got married, I remember you taking me to a salon. Do you remember that? You took me to the salon to get my hair done and my makeup, I guess. I have a picture
Yeah,
of it.
I did my own.
Well, I think everybody
I
did their
had
own.
short
We were
hair
like
there.
18 years old at the time.
Yeah, we didn't have as much money back then.
I don't think we ever did. I don't think I ever got our hair and makeup done by this is all a new phenomenon, I think. I think the bride maybe got her hair and makeup done, but I think all the bridesmaids always had to do their own because we just didn't have any money. I mean, it wasn't like
Yeah, exactly.
it
And we had to
wasn't a
make
thing.
have our dresses made for your wedding and all that too.
That's true. You did. Those
Our red
dresses.
velvet dresses.
Well, it was during
They were cute.
Valentine's Day, so anyways, but yeah, so it can take an emotional toll and you're just not allowed to participate and your gift is valued more than your presence, meaning your talent is really kind of called upon. You feel like you're getting used versus just being a guest, and over time it can erode your friendship, I think for sure. Be careful, girls, when you are dealing around with this because people's feelings do get hurt if they don't feel like they're actually being valued for who they are and they're only being valued for their talent. And, you're going to have to, if you're one of those people that isn't really mindful about it, you could end up losing some friends over it. And I do think this hairdresser that I know, she's like, I don't think we'll be friends after this wedding. I'm like, why are you even going? Just tell her you're not going to go if you feel so slighted or so used. And she's
Used.
like, well, you have to because it's her wedding. And I was like, I don't know, man. I would probably think about that.
It's kinda like when we talked about someone not showing up at the wedding, but
Mm.
she's at least backing, "I gotta be there, I gotta do this," but then when she's done with it, which is that's a pretty nice person. Because yeah, if it was you, like, setting boundaries, I could see you. Well, how would you say it if you're gonna set a boundary with your friend and she had asked you after the fact?
I'd probably do it because I'd be
The
gracious.
same way,
But
right?
yeah, I would probably I don't know. I'd probably do it, and I'd probably make the best of the day, but I probably wouldn't be friends with her afterwards because I would feel like and the wedding hasn't happened, so there's nobody has any idea, especially my
Yeah, so
hairdresser.
who even knows? Who even knows? Maybe the girl has it worked out where she's gonna have someone just come do her friend. I don't know, but I'm just trying to say that to make it positive.
Well, she should.
And she
Like,
doesn't even know it. You know what I
yeah.
mean? Maybe she doesn't even know that yet. Maybe there's somebody else that she knows that's gonna be in the group that's gonna do her for her, and then she's letting 'cause is she doing the whole uh, bridal party
No,
or
she's doing
just
the bride.
the
But the bride's
just the
got 2
bride?
looks, yeah, she's gotta not only she gotta do the 1 look, she's gotta go back and do her hair again for the 2nd look because she's gonna change into a dress, so she's gotta do that, so she's gonna be with her, but I think what she
Now at
felt
that point, no. If you're gonna change, you change, you don't make your friend come back and redo your hair while she's having fun at the wedding. Sorry.
yeah. I think
The way they
this
do
girl
things now.
I know, but I think this girl, what she's basing this off of, and the way she thinks she's not gonna be friends with her anymore is because the way that she was treated at the bachelorette party prior to, and just how that kind of came across, and how this she was in that space with all those girls and how it felt. So I think that's where she was kind of basing this idea that she probably wouldn't be friends with this girl afterwards because of this, because it was
'Cause
so
of the
bad.
bachelorette party. Okay, so the bachelorette party didn't go so well. Well, that's too bad.
Yeah, so florists probably get it too, people who do flowers. "Oh, can you make my bouquet?" "Oh, yeah, let me just spend $500 on flowers to make you a bouquet." Flowers are expensive now, by the way, so, it's not like
You just dealt with that with the wedding, right?
yeah, we do it all the time, like, what flowers are
Right.
like I don't know what's happened to flowers, but they're insane, and, you know, I mean, I don't know how many bouquets I've made when brides have shown up with a 12 roses they bought at Kroger's, and they're just in that plastic wrap still, and, like, they're gonna just hold him like that? I'm like, "Are we in a is that like that's more like a pageant, not" okay, he's, like, in front of you, the plastic wrap. So, like,
Even more classier than that.
well, me and my graciousness, I'm like, "Let me have those flowers. I'm gonna go cut the stems off and move the rubber band up at least so they're" so I get it, like, it's expensive and people wanna have flowers, but, like, florists probably get tagged for this too, so FYI. Anyways, if
Yeah,
you're
definitely.
invited to an event and you end up working instead of enjoying it, take in consideration your friendship and take in consideration if they've asked you to do things, they've done things for you and now they're just asking it back, that could be something. And in that case, you should probably be gracious. And that if you're just doing it and nobody's really mindful of you, I think you have a legit reason to kind of feel slighted by this whole thing, don't you?
Mhm. Definitely.
Yeah.
Poor thing.
All right, let's go to bestie rapid questions. Jack, who's more likely to get robed into working a party? Roped into working a
Me.
party. Yeah, probably.
Me.
Yeah. They're
Not
like,
you.
leave Bossy
We
out of
know.
it.
You be setting your boundaries. You'll be setting those right away.
They're like,
That doesn't sound fun to me. You need to call this person to do that for you.
"How about I don't do any of that? And how about you do it? How about we hire somebody?" Probably. You probably would get roped into it more just because 'cause you're nicer than me,
Which
but
is kind of the next question, who's better at setting the boundary? You.
100%. Do something because it's in the you do it in a place of your heart that you want to do it. It's a different place than being expected to do it. And also,
And
I
sometimes you started out with the heart wanting to do it, and then they just keep asking for more and more and more.
mhm. Yeah, or you can
There's
start feeling
that situation too, where you're
yeah,
like, "Come on, I was only supposed to do this. Now why am I covering this? And now I
right.
get another friend to do that?
Or you
I
could like,
can't do everything."
if you're a photographer, you could just hand the camera to somebody else, be like, "Hey, you're on photography patrol now. I'm gonna go have a drink, so I'll see you when I get back." And, let them somebody else have some pressure on it, like, here's some hey, come over here, maid of honor or best friend or someone, and be like, "You take the photos, I'm gonna go get a drink." So, I mean, I don't know. I'd probably make a stance on it, though, because I don't think it's right, and I don't think that you should do that. I wouldn't do it to somebody, so I don't think that somebody should do it to me either, so but we're
Mhm.
also older and
Exactly.
wiser, but when you're 20, I probably would have done it, so okay, what's the one thing you do so well that people always try to get for free, Jack?
Let's see. Photography, party organizer, babysitter.
Oh, yeah. Definitely babysitter. Well, cook, right? People
Yep.
probably
But I've
you
gotten
know
better with that. I've
have you?
started hiring people to do cooking for me. Yeah.
So nobody else in your
Like, I
family
remember
cooks?
last year they do, but it always just ends up being sometimes where I just want it easy, and I
Mhm.
know that they're gonna bring stuff, "Oh, I need to use this, I need to cook this," they bring it to get it ready here. No,
Yeah.
the idea is bring it and have it ready.
Right,
I'm doing the other stuff, unless it's something for the main meal, but usually I always tell everybody to just do appetizer. That's
right,
just easy, and then
right.
I can be preparing the meal, because I know how much room I have, how much time for each thing, it just makes it easier that way.
Yeah.
But
That's
yeah, but
definitely
I've
a thing
gotten
in
to
the
where
holidays because you gotta time out your oven only has so much space, so
Mhm.
you have to time that out correctly, but, yeah, that's what I bring. I
Definitely.
bring appetizers. That's what everybody asks me to do. I'm like, "What drinks are we drinking? Let me bring some drinks," but, if there's gotta be something to cook.
We've got now because everybody likes some kind of specialty drink or something, "Hey, just bring your own whatever you wanna drink."
Yeah,
Makes it
which is a
so much
great
easier.
yeah. Can you imagine if you have especially with you guys, what do you have, 25 people over at Christmas? That
Yeah.
weekend?
Actually, this, weekend, we're having 16 for Rick's mom's birthday on Saturday.
Oh, really?
It started out as he was just taking her out to lunch, and now we're having 16 people at our house, and I'm doing a luncheon.
Look at you all roped in
Yeah.
with your cooking skills and organizational skills. Are you gonna be the photographer as well?
Probably I take the most pictures with my phone now, but not my camera.
You leave your camera out. You're like, "No." Well, so there you go. Jackie just got roped into a full weekend extravaganza and it happens. Why? Because
It's fine.
you don't wanna see, I just make reservations, 16 people, be like I guess there's the point of who's paying for all that. That's where it
Well,
gets a little
yes, and then we have little kids. This can be what, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 little kids.
mhm,
You trying to go to a restaurant with kids that are 6 and under?
yeah,
Ooh, it's
yeah,
too hard.
yeah.
Unless you go to a pizza place. But
Yeah,
that's still hard because someone's gotta go with them when they wanna go play the game, so
yeah, that's
it's
true.
just easier. Just seemed like more people wanted to jump in on it, so we just figured it was easier to go ahead and just do it here, s with the babies and stuff, so which is fine. I have
Yeah.
time right now,
Oh, you do?
which yeah.
So you're not worried about cooking for 16 people on Saturday, you're just gonna I hope you're doing something
Uh,
light.
I'm doing my famous chicken sandwiches, remember
Oh,
with the
I've had
croissants that
those.
I made for all of our girls that when we did not all girls,
Testimonies.
but the bestimony thing?
Those were good.
And, put out some other little it's just gonna be a luncheon. I was like, "We'll just make it a luncheon." So,
Nothing too
just
crazy.
easy little sandwiches, salads. Yeah,
Right. Good.
be
Well,
good.
there you go. Have fun
Yeah,
with it.
thanks. Good luck with that. Uh, what's your secret dream to show up empty-handed and still feel welcome?
What's my secret dream? To show up empty-handed and still feel welcome. I guess. I mean, I don't know if I show up empty-handed. Feel like you
I
should
can
bring
never
some
come empty-handed. I was something, even if I just bring flowers or a drink or like a bottle of champagne or a bottle of wine.
yeah.
Um,
Showing up with
or hey,
nothing?
I never show up with nothing.
Yeah. I guess I It depends. I mean, if I was gonna go stay at your house for the weekend, I might just show up with me, but, like, "Let's go out to" like, I would do something, I would do nothing, you know what I mean? Like,
Right.
I think we're
Right.
just raised that way, like, you can't just show up at people's houses, and isn't that, like, the rule of thumb? If you
It's
go
it's different when you're getting picked up from the airport
Yeah,
from that person you're
totally,
gonna go stay with
totally,
or
yeah,
do yes, yeah,
yeah,
that's let's be fair on that one. But
yeah,
anywho, yes,
but
but,
if you
like,
have me
my
over for, like,
parents
a
usually we get a yeah, like, when we go to Missouri or with even to see my brother and my sister-in-law, and we usually get a rental car, so I always stop and get flowers and make sure I'm bringing, something for them too for having
yeah.
us, which
Yeah.
is
Is
the right
it
thing to
kind
do.
of a old school way of doing it, I think, anymore that you're
Mhm,
supposed to bring something when you go, so alright, who's more
mhm.
likely to donate their gift without realizing they're doing it again? You.
Me?
For sure. There you go.
Oh boy, I am just the gullible person.
I don't
And this
even
is
know
really good
how to
counseling. This podcasting has really given me some good counseling and figuring out what I need to say no to,
Yeah, we call this
what I need to start doing.
bestie therapy, like, we're definitely, like, working through some of our issues here about,
I'm
what
serious. I get off and I think about it. I'm like, that's right. I need to stop doing that.
family all hates me. They're like, "Man, she used to be so easy to get along with, and now all of a sudden she's a pain in our ass." I'm like, "Good. She should be a pain in your ass. I'll take advantage of her maybe." So, anyway, so that's today's episode. Be mindful what you're asking people to do and be thankful if they do it and show grace by, reciprocating if someone's done something for you, it's your turn to dump in and do something for them. What's your final word on this, Jack?
That's it. You did it.
All right.
You said it.
Keep
Sounds
going
good to
on
me.
mine. All right.
I'm going. I'm riding you right on yours.
All right. If this episode hit you in the feels or made you laugh way too hard, we consider that a win.
Be sure to subscribe, leave a review, and share it with your ride or die.
And when you're ready to make your friendship official, book your best ammonia at rhinestoneweddingchapel.com.
Because the best love stories don't always come with the ring.
We stick together, ride or die to the moon, and no amount of space could ever come between us two. The reuniting's like we've never been apart, and every single time we're eye to eye and heart to heart. There's not enough words to describe what you mean to me. Through heartaches and ups and downs in this life, you've stayed right next to me. I vow to make you laugh till you cry and talk about everything under the moon. The definition